Playoff basketball is in full effect. The play-in game is tonight, and you know what that means. It's not tonight. I understand that. But the playoffs start tonight. The play-in game, Wednesday night, LeBron versus Steph Curry. It's what we've been waiting for. Molly's in the house. Max is somewhat, damn it. But he's here, and your boy is back off of vacation. The crew is here. Holla at your boy. Whoa!
Where are you on the play-in tournament?
I want to see these games.
There's a little randomness.
I don't see the point of that.
Play-in tournament is a great idea.
Whoever came up there need to be fired.
Well, what do you think about the play-in tournament?
I like the opportunity.
Throw it down, King! Bridges! Oh my God! Baby, what a play! Let's go!
Let the chips fall where they may. We ready to go.
Good day. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend, and welcome into First Take. Max Kellerman, I'm Molly Karen Rose, Stephen A. Smith. How was vacay?
It was lovely. It was
yeah?
lovely.
Did you relax?
Yes, I did. Relax. You
Okay.
like the tan, Molly.
You do. You got a little tan. Everybody looks good with some vitamin D.
Yeah.
You
ready
picked up
to
some
go?
glasses from the future?
I'm ready.
Looks like
I'm
a
ready.
professor from the future.
Well, the professor is you, but I'm here to teach today, so let's roll.
Always the teacher and always the student as well. That's the key. Let's go, guys. Steph Curry, the NBA scoring king for the 2021 season, the two-time MVP, scored 46 points in 40 minutes Sunday in a 113-101 win over the Grizzlies. And now the scoring king will face King James, as in the Lakers. That is on Wednesday. Stephen A. Smith, you are up first. Who will be more dangerous in Game 1? LeBron?
Well, Steph, I mean, when you talk about who's the scariest, who's the most dangerous dude, who's the person that you should be literally shaking and shivering at the thought of going up against, it's that brother Steph Curry. LeBron, you can pencil in the 25 to 27 a game. He's going to have a positive impact. He's the greatest player on the planet until further notice. We get all of that. But he ain't the greatest shooter, okay? The greatest shooter that God has ever created. The dude that has you petrified from the moment you step past half court. The one that has you shivering. The one that has you shaking. The one that has you in panic mode is one man. And one man above the crowd. And his name would happen to be Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter that God ever created. League leader, scoring champion, averaging 32 a game, shooting 48% from the field, 42% from three-point range. No Klay Thompson, an Andrew Wiggins who shows up sparingly, a Kelly Oubre who hasn't been gone, a Draymond Green who's your point forward and what have you. Steve Kerr's done a fabulous job coaching them, by the way. Let's give him props. But in the end, when you talk about fear, when you talk about danger, when you talk about somebody that forces you to be absolutely positively petrified, it would be one man, and one man above the crowd. And his name would be Steph Curry.
You're wrong. The answer is LeBron James. But I can't blame you for being wrong, Stephen A., because I spoke to your former college teammates. When you passed Stephen A. the ball, what happened? Oh, he was going to shoot. We weren't getting it back. I said, I know the feeling. So you make the mistake a lot of people make, which is when you hear offense, you're thinking scoring. You're thinking scoring. But Stephen A., there's a lot more to it than that. As your teammates will tell you, there's a lot more to it than that. And, of course, scoring the ball. Steph, the greatest shooter God ever created, as you always say, is also as hot as he's ever been. My God, shooting the ball, there's no doubt. But it ain't one-on-one. It's 5-on-5 at any given time. And not only is LeBron a little bit of an underrated shooter, he's 6'8", 250-plus pounds, can take it to the rack, oh yeah, and has as good court vision as anyone who ever lived, and is in the argument for greatest passer of all time. So that guy, in terms of leading an offense, dangerous on offense, is the answer. To mention nothing of the matchups. Lakers are really good defensively. Right there, you ain't going to stop Steph, but the Lakers have the best chance. What are you going to do against LeBron James? There's no matchup for LeBron James. The answer on offense. Forget about defense. You know the answer there. Just knocked the microphone down. I was so excited. We know the answer there is LeBron. On offense, he's the most dangerous.
Well, Max Kellerman, I'll forgive you. I mean, I won't come down too hard on you because, I mean, far be it for me to enlighten you and to edify you in terms of vocabulary, because we know how supremely gifted you are with your vocabulary. But the word dangerous is the operative word here. See, you get to plan for LeBron James. Now, it's obviously difficult to stop, and we get all of that. But you can game plan around. You can sit up there and pencil in LeBron for 27, 7, and 7. Those are career averages of his. You can do that and still plan accordingly around that. You know what you can't plan around, Max? Some brother walking past half court and hitting from 40 feet. Some brother that just shoots it from the parking lot. Some brother that just sits up there and extends your defense and compromises you in such a way that you can't plan for it. You're literally a coach, and you're just throwing your hands up in the air. There's nothing you can do. You can game plan around LeBron James. Doesn't mean you can stop him. Doesn't mean you can stop his effectiveness, his efficiency, or anything like that. Doesn't mean that when he's healthy. But Steph brings a different dimension. And that word dangerous comes into play because what I'm saying is when Steph is flowing on an elite level, the impact that he has on the game is so profound that it even usurps and eclipses that of a LeBron James. Because when you're pulling up from 40 and you're making no shots and you're forcing a defense to extend and compromise themselves to that degree, no, you're not holding the ball, being a point forward and running the offense that way. But what you've done is you've made everybody else vulnerable. Last week, I'm in the islands, and I take the opportunity to watch First Take. By the way, all of y'all did a very fabulous job in my absence. Thank you very, very much. And I'm watching, and y'all showed, and our producer extraordinaires showed these highlights of Steph Curry being guarded. And Kendrick Perkins, if I remember correctly, was the one that pointed it out. It wasn't one. It wasn't two. It wasn't three guys guarding Steph Curry. There were 4 people on him. They said, we'll leave the other 4 guys open. The hell with it. Make a shot. As long as it's not him. That has never happened with LeBron James.
Well, you could say that, but I remember in 2016 in the finals, LeBron blocked the Steph Curry shot, screamed on him like he was his dad. That's a Wu-Tang line, Stephen A. Yeah. And I saw Steph Curry hang his head, walk away, and then I'm sure, of course. And then in Game 7, 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to become the greatest team of all time at home, 4th quarter. Steph Curry, the conductor of the greatest half-court offense in the history of the game. The guy who you're saying is the most dangerous player in these playoffs couldn't muster a single point from him or his teammates. The last
Can I stop you right there? Can I stop you right there before you go further?
LeBron James.
Right there?
And his
there?
team won.
I just want to stop you right there to go further because while I was going, I heard you bringing this up. On this show, I assure you, Kendrick Perkins, Marcus Spears, Louis Riddick, Molly Karen Rose, the list goes on and on. They might not be able to stop your drivel about LeBron James and what happened years ago. But I'm going to stop that right now. Max Kellerman, I will remind you that 5 years ago, when you keep bringing up LeBron's performance in the finals against Steph Curry, Max Kellerman, I don't even know if you had facial hair back then. I had an afro. My hairline was 2 feet 4. There's a lot that's happened in the last 5 years. Okay, stop bringing up 5 years ago. My God, Kendrick Perkins wasn't even rocking his beard at that particular moment in time. If I remember correctly, I think he was a little clean shaven. Louis Riddick might have had an afro back then. Who the hell knows what Marcus Spears was doing? There's a lot that's happened in the last 5 years, Max Kellerman. And by the way, Steph Curry and LeBron James went against each other in the finals. How many? 4 times? How many times? 4. How many championships did Steph Curry win? 3.
Stop. Hold up. You might get away. You might get away with that drivel on some other show, on one of your many other shows. Every time I turn on the TV or the computer, there's Stephen A. Smith.
Not the last week.
But not here, brother.
Not the last week.
Not here, brother. Not here. The first time they met in the finals, Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. LeBron still took them 6. Would have won that series.
It was still